Hello students, I welcome you all to today's session. I hope all of you are doing perfect at your places. Today's topic is reproduction in animals, and the learning objectives will be modes of reproduction, sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction and cloning. Now the process of producing the same species is defined as reproduction. It is one of the basic features of living organisms and is essential for continuation of species. Through it, the genetic characteristics of one generation is transmitted to the next. Thus, reproduction gives rise to more organisms with the same basic characteristics as their parents. For instance, cows reproduce by giving birth to calves and dogs produce by giving birth to puppies so that the species may continue. तो हर living organism जो होता है, plants, animals and human beings, हर कोई reproduce करता है ताकि अपने तरीके की species को continue कर सके. But now let's see what is the different modes of reproduction. Reproduction is the biological process by which new individual organisms are produced from their parents. Each individual organism exists as the result of reproduction. All the ways in which living organisms produce their young ones can be divided into two modes, sexual and asexual reproduction. Just underline this line: in these two modes, organisms reproduce. Number one is sexual reproduction. This mode of reproduction, both the parents, male and female, are needed to produce individuals of the same kind. For example, fish, frog, cow, dog, horse, human beings, etc. reproduce by sexual reproduction mode. The sexual reproduction mein you need a male and a female to reproduce. And then comes the asexual reproduction. In this mode of reproduction, a single organism is able to reproduce one or more of its kind by itself. Asexual reproduction does not require both male and female. For example, amoeba, yeast, hydra, etc. reproduce by asexual reproduction mode. तो asexual में आपको दो पेरेंट की जरूरत नहीं होती है, एक ही पेरेंट अपना फ्यूज होके डिवाइड होके फिजन करके अपने आप ही अपने ऑफस्प्रिंग्स को पैदा कर देता है. Now let's study about the sexual reproduction. Just like plants, animals, male and females have different reproductive parts or organs. Like plants, the reproductive parts in animals also produce gametes that fuse to form a zygote. The male gamete is called a sperm and the female gamete is called an egg or ovum. It is a zygote which develops into a new individual. This type of reproduction beginning from the fusion of male and female gametes is called sexual reproduction. In human beings, there is reproductive system to produce male and female gametes, that is sperms and eggs. तो animals में और human beings में भी proper female का और males का अलग reproductive system होता है. Now Factopedia, plants undergoing sexual reproduction have different male and female parts and there are stamen and pistil respectively. So now let's study about the male reproductive organs. In humans, the male reproductive organs include a pair of testes, two sperm ducts, vas deferens, urethra and penis. तो ये चार हैं male reproductive organs के main parts. Now the testis produces the male gametes called the sperms. A sac-like structure called a scrotum holds the testis outside the body so that they remain cool. Millions of sperms are produced by the testes. Those sperms are very small in size. Each sperm has a head, the middle piece and a tail. Each sperm in single cell with all the usual cell components. तो testis से ही आपका sperm का production होता है, sac-like structure ये होता है. Then you have sperm ducts, which is the vas deferens also. The two sperm ducts or vas deferens carries the sperms to the urethra along with the secretion of reproductive glands. And this mixture is called the semen. Sperms swim in semen with the help of the tail. अब sperm ducts या vas deferens आते हैं जब testis से sperm produce हो जाता है, ये आपका vas deferens से transport होके urethra तक ये आता है. Then comes the urethra. Urethra is the tube running down the penis. It carries urine and semen. And lastly, we have the penis. Penis is a muscular organ which opens outside. It is used to deliver semen to female reproductive part of the purpose for the purpose of fertilization, and it is also used to pass urine. फिर आता है penis. Penis से ही आपका sperm या semen और urine दोनों same ही जगह से excrete होता है. And then comes the female reproductive organ. The female reproductive organs are a pair of ovaries, oviducts, fallopian tubes, uterus and vagina. Let's study about them one by one. Ovaries, there are two ovaries. The ovary produces female gametes called the ova or the eggs. तो ovaries दो होती है नंबर में और इसी से आपका egg produce होता है. Then comes the oviduct or the fallopian tubes. A muscular tube called oviduct joins the uterus with the ovary. In human beings, a single matured egg is released into the oviduct by one of the ovaries every month. This process is called ovulation, and like the sperm, an egg is also a single cell. अब ओवीडक्ट से क्या होता है, ये आपके ओवरी को यूटरस से कनेक्ट करता है और यहाँ से आपका ओवा पास होता है, यानी कि एग. Then comes the uterus. The uterus is a hollow pear-shaped organ. It is the part where development of the baby takes place. The lower narrow part of the uterus is called the cervix. अब uterus में ही आपका baby initial stage में आपका grow करना start करता है और फिर उसके थोड़ा lower part में आपका आ जाता है cervix. Then comes the vagina. The uterus opens into a wide muscular tube called the vagina. The vagina receives the semen containing the sperm. जब आता है vagina, एक muscular opening होती है, यहीं से sperm आपका body के अंदर आता है. Now the fertilization and its types. In the process of reproduction, first step is the fusion of sperm and an ovum. When sperms come in contact with an egg, one of the sperms may fuse with the egg, and such fusion of the egg and the sperm is called the fertilization. During fertilization, the nuclei of the sperm and the egg fuse to form a single nucleus. This results in the formation of a fertilized egg or zygote. The zygote is the beginning of the formation of a new individual. If the egg is not fertilized, it is expelled from the uterus along with blood. This is called menstruation. The process of fertilization involves the fusion of an egg cell from the mother and a sperm cell from the father. So the new individual inherits some characteristics from the mother and some from the father. Fertilization takes place in two ways, internal and external fertilization. तो आपको हर महीने जो ये सिर्फ गर्ल्स में ही होता है कि अगर एग आपका फर्टिलाइज नहीं होता है तो हर महीने ब्लड के साथ ही आपका ये एग भी रिलीज हो जाता है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ मेंस्ट्रुएशन. एंड अगेन फर्टिलाइजेशन इज ऑफ टू टाइप्स, internal and external. So internal fertilization which takes place inside the female body is called the internal fertilization. Internal fertilization occurs in many animals including humans, cows, dogs and hens. And then you have external fertilization. In many animals, fertilization takes place outside the body of the female. In these animals, fertilization takes place outside mother's body in water. For example, during spring or rainy season, frogs and toads move to the ponds and slow flowing streams. When the male and female come together in water, the female lays hundreds of eggs. The frog's eggs are not covered by a shell and they are comparatively very delicate. A layer of jelly holds the eggs together and provides a protection to the eggs, and as the eggs are laid, the male deposits sperm over them. Each sperm swims randomly in water with the help of its long tail. The sperm comes in contact with the eggs. This results in the fertilization. In this type of fertilization, in which the fusion of a female and a male gametes take place outside the body of the female, is called the external fertilization. And external fertilization is very common in aquatic animals such as fish, frog, starfish, etc. बिल्कुल बेसिक डिफरेंस है. इंटरनल फर्टिलाइजेशन में जो फर्टिलाइजेशन होता है या फ्यूजन होता है मेल एंड फीमेल गैमेट्स का, वो फीमेल बॉडी के अंदर होता है. और एक्सटर्नल फर्टिलाइजेशन में जो ज़्यादातर आपके एक्वेटिक एनिमल्स के केसेस में देखा जाता है वो फीमेल बॉडी के बाहर वाटर में होता है. Then the test tube babies. Some women cannot bear babies because of their blocked oviducts. Sperms cannot reach the egg for fertilization. In such a case, in vitro fertilization, IVF, is carried out. In vitro fertilization, IVF, is a process by which an egg is fertilized by a sperm outside the body, and this process involves removing ovum or ova, egg or eggs from the woman ovaries and letting sperm fertilize them in fluid medium in a laboratory. The fertilized egg, a zygote, is cultured for 2 to 6 days in a growth medium and is then transferred to the mother's uterus. Complete development takes place in the uterus and the baby is born like any other babies. Babies born through this technique are called the test tubes baby. अब कुछ फीमेल जब बेयर नहीं कर पाती हैं बेबीज को क्योंकि ओविडक्ट ब्लॉक हो जाता है, स्पर्म एग तक पहुंच नहीं पाता है, तो इन विट्रो फर्टिलाइजेशन का यूज किया जाता है जहां पे इनिशियल फर्टिलाइजेशन बॉडी के बाहर होता है. Then happens the development of an embryo. After fertilization, zygote begins to develop into an embryo. The zygote divides repeatedly to give rise to ball of cells. The cells then begin to form groups that develop into different tissues and organs of the body. This developing structure is termed as the embryo. The embryo gets embedded in the wall of the uterus for further development and this is called implantation. अब fertilization के बाद आपका क्या होता है, फिर आपका zygote का formation होता है और इस zygote को in vitro fertilization IVF के केस में implant कर दिया जाता है मदर के यूटरस में and then the baby grows जितना जैसे यूजुअली होता है वैसे ही फिर बेबी ग्रो करता है, zygote embryo में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. Then comes the different aspect. After that, what happens? The embryo continues to develop in the uterus. It gradually develops the body parts such as hands, legs, head, eyes, ears, etc. And the stage of the embryo in which all the body parts can be identified is called a fetus. It takes about 40 weeks or 20 to 80 days for the embryo to grow and develop into a fully formed baby. This period is called the gestation period. When the development of the baby fetus is complete, finally the mother gives birth to the baby. तो पूरा आपका जाइगोट एम्ब्रियो में कन्वर्ट होता है यूटरस में ही, फिर धीरे धीरे बेबी का डेवलपमेंट होने लग जाता है एंड फॉर अराउंड 9 मंथ्स, जिसको जेस्टेशन पीरियड कहते हैं, बेबी मदर के यूटरस में ही ग्रो करता है एंड फाइनली जब जेस्टेशन पीरियड खत्म हो जाता है, बच्चा पूरी तरीके से डेवलप हो जाता है, द मदर गिव बर्थ टू द चाइल्ड. Now internal fertilization takes place in birds, hens, etc. Also, the babies or birds or hens are not like humans babies because they do not give birth to babies. They lay eggs. In a hen, soon after the fertilization, the zygote divides and travels down the oviduct. As it travels down, many protective layers are formed around it. The hard shell of hen's egg is one such layer. When the hard shell is completely formed around the developing embryo, the hen lays the egg. The embryo takes about 3 weeks to develop into a chick. The hen provides a sufficient warmth to the egg by sitting on the egg. During this period called incubation, the chick develops inside the egg, and after the chick is completely developed, it bursts open the egg shell. In animals which undergo external fertilization, development of the embryo takes place outside the female body. The embryo continues to grow within the egg coverings and after the embryo develops, the eggs hatch. तो birds आपका egg lay करती हैं, उसी egg के अंदर embryo होता है, पूरा baby का development उसी में होता है and finally hatch out करके उसी में से young ones बाहर निकल आते हैं. This is also a kind of external fertilization only. Then check yourself and these questions. Please answer yourselves. Now think yourself, why do fish and frogs lay eggs in hundreds whereas a hen lays only one egg at a time? तो क्या रीज़न होता है इसका भी पता आपको खुद लगाना है. बिल्कुल बेसिक डिफरेंस है क्योंकि आपका फिश और फ्रॉग्स जो होते हैं वो जहाँ पे आपका एग्स ले करते हैं और स्पर्म ले करते हैं, वाटर में वो इधर उधर हो सकता है, इसीलिए मिलियंस या हंड्रेड्स में होते हैं ताकि एटलीस्ट एक एग और एक स्पर्म तो फ्यूज हो ही जाए. Then comes the viviparous and the oviparous animals. Some animals give birth to young ones while some animals lay eggs which later develop into young ones. The animals that give birth to young ones are called the viviparous animals. Dogs, cows, cats, lions are some examples of viviparous animals. तो जो अपने young ones को पैदा कर देते हैं, we just call them viviparous animals. जैसे humans, dog और cow के केस में होता है. So in these animals, the mother gives birth to the babies. Those animals that lay eggs are called the oviparous animals, and organisms like frog, lizard, birds, etc. are oviparous animals. अब जो आपके eggs lay करते हैं उनमें से फिर आपके babies निकलते हैं, such animals or organisms we call it as oviparous animals. Now the activity, using the internet, collect the following information. How many eggs does a mother hen lay at a time? What is the size of the eggs? How much time does the young one take to hatch out from the egg? And does the mother look after its eggs and the newborn chick? And just prepare a report. Now young ones to adults. The young ones which are either born or hatched from the eggs keep on growing until they become adults. You might have seen many animal young ones growing, different organisms grow in different way. In some organisms, the young ones look different from the adult. For example, in case of an insect like a silkworm, the caterpillar is different from the adult moth. तो आपका usually जो young ones होते हैं वो अपने parents से resemble करते हैं. But then you have certain animals जैसे caterpillar हो गया. Caterpillar baby होता है butterfly का, बिल्कुल अलग उसका अपीयरेंस होगा. जैसे ही वो एडल्ट में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, कंप्लीट मेटामॉर्फोसिस हो जाता है, उसका बिल्कुल एडल्ट वर्जन अपने यंग वन से मैच करता ही नहीं है. नाउ फ्रॉग इज अनदर सच एग्जांपल. The tadpoles look different from the adult frog. Such organisms undergo many different changes of their stage development become an adult. The transformation of a larva to become an adult through different changes is called metamorphosis. Organisms like frogs, cockroaches, butterflies, insects undergo metamorphosis. Metamorphosis का मतलब होता है change. तो इनके young ones adult version से बिल्कुल appearance में entirely different होते हैं. Now, do you know human beings have the same body parts from the birth to adulthood and adulthood to old age? तो human beings में ऐसा नहीं होता है. जो body parts at the time of birth होंगे वही till the death time भी same रहते हैं. Now comes the asexual reproduction. This type of reproduction which only a single parent is involved is called asexual reproduction. It is the simplest form of reproduction. Some microscopic organisms like Hydra, amoeba reproduce through asexual reproduction. अब asexual reproduction जहाँ पे सिर्फ single parent की requirement होती है. For example, budding in Hydra. In each hydra, there may be one or more bulges. These bulges are the developing new individuals and they are called buds. These buds later mature to become individual hydra. Sometimes it remains attached to the parent hydra and sometimes it detaches. Since the new individuals develop as outgrowths from a single parent, it is a kind of asexual reproduction. And as the new individuals develop from the buds in hydra, this type of asexual reproduction is called budding. अब आता है budding पे. hydra में भी बहुत सारे bulge out buds होते हैं, वो fragment हो जाते हैं और उसी fragment से फिर आपके नए hydra grow कर जाते हैं. So this is an example of asexual reproduction. Binary fission in amoeba. Amoeba is a single-celled organism. The process of reproduction in amoeba begins by division of its nucleus into two nuclei. This is followed by division of its cytoplasm into two, each part receiving a nucleus. It develops a constriction in the body which deepens gradually. Finally, two daughter amoeba are produced from one parent amoeba. This type of asexual reproduction in which an organism reproduces by dividing into two individuals is called binary fission. Now, do you know, in addition to budding and binary fission, the other methods of asexual reproduction are regeneration, fragmentation, etc. And then the last topic is cloning. Our bodies are made up of cells which have information to go about their work in the form of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. This is called the genetic code. Every organism gets half of this information from the father and the other half from the mother. We all have grown from a single cell which is called the egg. It contains these two parts of the DNA. It divides millions of times to give rise to the millions of cells which form our body, and each cell has a copy of all the genetic information needed by the body, and this means that each cell of our body has enough information to create other human beings like us. All we need is an egg cell. In this process of cloning, the scientists extract the DNA from an animal cell and implant it into an egg cell taken from another animal. Before implanting it, the DNA of the recipient cell is removed. अब क्लोनिंग होता है सिर्फ एक सेल से या जेनेटिक मटेरियल से आप बिल्कुल एग्जैक्ट जिसका भी आपने डीएनए लिया है एग्जैक्ट दूसरा ऑर्गेनिज्म आप क्लोन कर सकते हैं. Scientists at the Roslin Institute in Edinburgh, UK made history on 5th July 1996 when they successfully cloned a sheep. This is how Dolly's life began, from a single cell taken from the mammary gland of her mother, a female fin dorsate sheep. The DNA in her mother's cell was removed and transferred into the egg cell of another sheep, a Scottish black-faced Eve. 5 months later, Dolly was born as a clone of her mother, from whom her DNA was taken and without a biological father. So this is just an example of cloning. Please underline all the important points because it is very important from exam point of view. Now, glimpse of chapter reproduction, the process of producing the same species. Sexual reproduction. In this mode of reproduction, both the parents, male and female, are needed to produce individuals of the same kind. Asexual reproduction, the mode of reproduction in which only one parent is involved. Sperm, male gamete sex cells. Eggs, ova, female gamete sex cells. Scrotum, a sac-like structure that holds the testis outside the body so that they remain cool. Semen, sperms along with the secretion of the reproductive glands. Oviduct, a muscular tube that joins the uterus with the ovary. Ovulation, the process in which a single matured egg is released into the oviduct by one of the ovaries every month in human beings. Cervix, the lower narrow part of the uterus. Vagina, a wide muscular tube in which the uterus opens. Fertilization, the fusion of ovum and sperm. Menstruation, expulsion of the not fertilized egg from the uterus along with blood. Internal fertilization, fertilization that takes place inside female's body. External fertilization that takes place outside the female body. Implantation means embeddedness of the embryo in the wall of the uterus for further development. Fetus, the stage of the embryo in which all the body parts can be identified. Gestation period, the time period for the embryo to grow and develop into a fully formed baby. Incubation, the hatching of eggs. Viviparous animals, animals that give birth to the young ones. Oviparous animals, animals which lay eggs. Metamorphosis, the transformation of the larva into adult through drastic changes. Buds, the bulges in hydra. Budding, asexual reproduction in hydra in which new individuals develops from the buds. Binary fission, asexual reproduction in amoeba, in which an animal reproduces by dividing into two individuals. Now the summary of the chapter. Reproduction is the process of producing the same species. There are two modes by which animals reproduce: sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Then reproduction resulting from the fusion of male and female gametes is called sexual reproduction. The reproductive organs in male includes testes, sperm ducts, urethra and penis. The reproductive organs in the female includes ovaries, oviducts, uterus and vagina. The ovary produces female gametes called ova, and the testis produces male gametes called the sperms. The fusion of ovum and sperm is called the fertilization. The fertilized egg is called a zygote. Fertilization that takes place inside the female body is called the internal fertilization. This is observed in human beings and other animals such as hens, cows, dogs. Fertilization that takes place outside the female body is called the external fertilization. This is observed in frogs, fishes and starfish, etc. The zygote divides repeatedly to give rise to an embryo. The stage of an embryo in which all the body parts are identifiable is called the fetus. Animals such as human beings, cows and dogs which give birth to the young ones are called the viviparous animals. Animals such as hen, frog, lizard and butterfly which lay eggs are called oviparous animals. The transformation of the larva into adult through drastic changes is called metamorphosis. The type of reproduction in which only single parent is involved is called asexual reproduction. In Hydra, new individuals develop from buds. This method of asexual reproduction is called budding. Amoeba reproduces by dividing itself into two. This type of asexual reproduction is called the binary fission. So this entire chapter dealt with different modes of reproduction. How do people, human beings, animals and also certain organisms reproduce? Please go through the entire chapter properly once again, and the exercise questions, please do it yourselves.